movies for Black girl nerds.
Oh, I watched, okay, they sent me the movie this morning, but I seen the first one already before. But they sent me the first one, so I didn't get to go through the whole thing. Like I said, they sent it this morning. But so far, you know what I'm saying, you ain't changed up on us. You know what I'm saying?
You saw the whole first one?
Yeah, I saw the whole first one when it first came out at the premiere.
Okay.
So now this morning I've been watching the second one because they sent it to me this morning, so I haven't finished it.
You gotta finish it. You gotta finish it.
When you in LA trying to, seduce her to get the money.
No. Call me back when you finish it.
So I just want to get into it. We got a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. With first we had COVID die, then we had a pandemic, we had quarantine, we have all these riots, looting, everything like that. So how have you been adapting with all of this stuff going on, especially with, people getting back into filming during this time?
I think the main word that you said right now is adapting. Fortunately and unfortunately, the things that are going on in society right now are, I think they'll be here to stay for longer than we expect them to. We expected this virus to go and come. We've been misinformed and misled to think that it would vanish when the weather heated up, and here it is. We already moving into we headed into winter, and it's kicking back up even stronger. But not everything that's happening right now in society is a bad thing. The pandemic is what it is, and it's horrible. But there's a social awareness and consciousness that's been awakened that has been dormant for far too long. And that aspect is something that has been brewing for a long time, especially in the last 4 or 5 years since Colin Kaepernick went through his situation. So he was ahead of the curve. People always use the term before their time. Well, he was before his time when it comes to these social injustices. And now that we have the platform and we have the eye and the attention of the masses, in particular here in America, and actually worldwide, because they were rioting and protesting as well. But my biggest thing is, it's far overdue, but and I've been saying this for the past few months. Now that we have the attention of the world, What are we going to do? What are we going to do with it?
Right.
Specifically, what are we going to demand? We have to collectively get our thoughts and our protests and our just everything that we're feeling, and kind of start to streamline things, because it can't look like, oh, this movement and that movement and Black Lives Matter and, Black people against police. And we got to start streamlining stuff so that our voice can be heard as one, united. And that's when change will start happening.
And I also feel, because, back then when they used to have protests and stuff like that, they had Malcolm X's where everybody, that's the go-to person. They're going to talk for us. Or we got Martin Luther King. That's the person going to talk for us. But now it's like, who is the person going to talk for us? Because now it's like a rapper here, actor here. It's all these different celebrities that's trying to talk for the people. But it's like, who nominated you to talk for all of us? Like, how do we... That's the part that I think where it causes conflict among everybody, because we don't have those type of people like they had back in the day to speak for us.
Yeah, the thing about it is, throughout history, all of our great leaders have been murdered.
Right.
So when you look at the template, it's leader arises, leader murdered. Leader arises, leader murdered. Leader arises, leader murdered. So that's just a ploy to keep us discombobulated and keep us unorganized. But here's the thing about it, because it's very tricky, and what you're saying has a lot of validity, but it's very tricky, because Ice Cube just went through a similar situation where, he said that he met with the Republican, party, and, he met with Trump's people in case they win. He had demands for the first thing everybody popped up saying when they were accusing Ice Cube of being down with the Republican Party is, who nominated him? He don't speak for me. Who put him in charge?
Yeah.
We got to stop that. We got to stop that. The thing about it is, as long as whomever who steps up has Black people's best interest at heart, even though it may not be exactly how you would say it, it may not be exactly how you would go about doing it or whatever, as long as they're improving the plight of Black people and trying to better the situations that we're in, at some point we gotta humble ourselves a little bit more to say, you know what, hey, at least he's trying, and I'm not, this is nothing to Ice Cube specifically. I'm saying if we keep looking at everybody that pops up to speak for us or to speak on our behalf or to speak from where we're coming from, and we're not satisfied with any of them, then what do we have? We have nothing. So at some point we're going to have to get behind somebody, because we can't keep deterring everybody, because soon as somebody pops up and tries to fight for Black people rights and fight for improvement in this country on our behalf, if we automatically tear them down and blow up their Twitter feed and blow up their Instagram and denounce them, and who's going to want to step up then?
Right. And
nobody.
I think it goes back to since the election is so close around the corner, and at the same time, a lot of us feel Donald Trump is not really trying to help us. He's more so trying to get the Black vote. And that's how I feel like some people look at it, as like he's just using you for a picture op, or using you just so he can try to get Black people to vote for him, or say Black people rocking with him type thing. So I think that's where
he definitely is
misconstrued it, and that's how I think people feel different ways about the whole situation.
Yeah, he's people. A lot of people, they say Donald Trump don't give a shit about Black people. That is true. However, we should not be as offended as we are, because Donald Trump don't give a shit about white people who don't have money. He don't give a shit about Mexican people, period. He don't give a shit about Black people. He don't give a shit about foreign people. He don't give a shit about Jewish. He don't give a shit about a lot of people. The only people that Donald Trump really cares about is people who are wealthy, because those people benefit him. So we shouldn't take it, we shouldn't take it. No, I take that back. We should take it personal, absolutely, but we shouldn't take it as it's only directed towards us or Hispanic people. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of white people he don't give a shit about. The same people who elected him in 2016, middle America, the people who make, less than $80,000 a year, less than $60,000, less than $50,000 a year, those people, that's who he won the campaign. He won the campaign on their backs. Right. And that's the people he's been shitting on ever since.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And during this pandemic, have you been filming any projects? And if so, how is the process with that?
Just now starting to pick up. I think people have come to the conclusion of this virus isn't going anywhere.
Right.
So people have either adopted the notion of everybody's going to get it at some point, sadly, but everybody's going to get it at some point, just like a cold, or just like the flu. Like most people get it, or just like chickenpox. It's a virus. Chickenpox is a virus as well, but everybody gets it at some point. Or the notion of is going to be around for a long time. So we might as well start adapting our lifestyle in the way we move and the way we do things, because whether we sit at home and not film or go out and film, either way it goes, it's not going anywhere. So things are just now starting to pick up again. The only thing that I had shot kind of in the middle of our quarantine process, we reshot we had to reshoot the final scene of the True to the Game 2 movie, which you still ain't seen the whole thing.
It's not my fault.
You can't even reference it because you ain't seen it.
They sent it late.
I understand. But we reshot that whole scene and we made it bigger, better, badder. And when you see it, if you had saw the whole movie, and again, this is not me making fun of you. They should have sent it sooner. But when you seen the whole movie, if you had seen the whole movie before this interview, you would be side-eyeing me the whole time.
I'm still side-eyeing you already.
Sorry.
And I've seen you in a lot of different movies and different character roles. And I just want to know, out of all the movies and roles, maybe love interest you've had, who's been your favorite love interest?
Oh, damn. I've had a lot of love interest too.
So who your favorite? Because a lot of people tell me they got their favorite person they kissed. You have a favorite kisser that you and kissed on scene?
Oh, you done switched it up. It done went from favorite love interest to favorite kiss. I'ma say for my favorite, I'm gonna break it up into two. I'm gonna say for my favorite love interest, I'm gonna go with Megan Good.
Okay, that's a good pick. That's
a good pick. Only because Megan is so gorgeous.
She is.
She's so down to earth and just so beautiful to look at. You know, no disrespect. She's a married woman, and nothing about the arts is disrespectful, but she just when you look down at her, it's like
she's been fine since I was a kid.
Right. Right. Megan is like our modern day Nia Long.
Yeah, she's so
you
pretty.
know.
I love
And I grew up crushing on Nia Long, since Boys in the Hood. And then I'm gonna say for my best kiss, see, it could have been Megan for the double, for the double, but Megan was already married by the time we had our kiss scene. So, hold back a little bit out of respect.
Out of respect,
but
weird woman.
Yeah. But best kiss, I'm gonna go with my girl Tyronda Jones.
Oh, okay. I like her.
Yeah, Tyronda got them big juicy lips. So she smacked me with them juicy lips, and I was like, oh, I gotta. And then I came back with it, and then it was and then she swerved and I swanged, and yeah, it was a good kiss scene.
It's a lot of good shows on TV right now. And a lot of good Black shows as well. If you could be on any show that's currently on TV or off season on TV as well, what show would you want to be on?
It's ironic. It's very ironic that you would ask me this question. So I'm gonna take your question and I'm gonna tweak it a little bit.
Okay.
Because the show that I would want to be on is the show that we are currently shooting right now. I can't tell you the name of it. I can't tell you the network.
So I can't even
on TV. No. It's not on TV. It's not on TV yet.
So how would you want to be on this show if it haven't even came out yet?
Because if I told you the cast that we got it's an all-star cast. It's the dopest script that I've read in a long time. And I can honestly say that I haven't been this excited about being a part of a show since the first show that I was a series regular on. That's saying a lot. I'm telling you, all the top shows that are out right now, no disrespect to them.
Power. So is it better than Power?
If I said yeah, I would sound like a hater. So I'm not going.
Power. My expectations is here. My expectations is here.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm trying to see how I can throw you some hints without even. I can't give it away because I don't want to. Oh man. Ooh.
You saying it's better than Power? That means this gonna be the new breakout show on TV.
That's exactly what it's about to be. I'm dead ass serious. I can't say too much because I the powers that be.
I'm just saying, but expectations high.
Hey, and I wouldn't mislead the people. I wouldn't just throw this out here, but we got such a strong cast. It's by far the strongest cast that I've ever worked with from top to bottom. We got some heavy hitters. We got people who playing lead roles who have been in all the classic movies. Mm-hmm. We got people in the lead roles who make the Mission Impossible movies. Mm-hmm. We got people in lead roles who were the precursor to P-Valley.
Okay.
We got people in lead roles who,
P-Valley good. Okay.
We know, yeah, I'm talking about the precursors though. That led the way. We got people in lead roles who we know the YouTube video It's So Cold in the D, but we also know It's So Cold in the Shy. So we got people in lead roles who know It's So cold in the Shy. We got people in lead roles who represent for ATL. We got people in lead roles who, like, I'm dropping all these hints. I hope you can catch them. I hope you can catch up with them.
I'm grabbing it.
I hope you can connect these dots. I can't say no names.
But my thing is, when I watch a movie and it has all these like A-list or known celebrities, it'd be like so many known celebrities, it don't be good because it's just too many people in the movie, and I feel like it's just be too much.
No, the difference is, I think the difference is you're referring to reality stars. These are not reality stars. These are
real
A-list. These are A-list Black actors. These are A-list Black actors.
So okay, I got a question. Will it be on like cable TV or like
I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't know these things. I just say, But so besides that show that I'm working on right now, because that's like a dream show for me to be working on in that capacity. Besides that show, my favorite show on TV is by far Lovecraft Country.
Yes, I started late. And I literally watched the last episode last night. And I first tried to watch it and I was like, this is a lot. And then I stopped and I came back and then because people just kept talking about it on Instagram. So I came back and watched the whole, like binge watched it.
Yep. For me, I started watching it. I started watching the first episode with no expectations. I intentionally didn't watch any trailers. I didn't watch any promos. I saw the billboards up around LA and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna check it out because off the GP of the executive producer being Jordan Peele and then the cast, so I was like, let me check it out, see what it's about. I watched it the first time and I was like, huh? But one thing I noticed about that show is you can't watch that show with your phone in hand.
No.
Scrolling on Instagram and tweeting and bullshitting on your phone. You gotta pay 100% attention to what's going on to understand what the story is they're trying to tell. So after I got past that first episode, I rewatched it. No, I watched the first 2 episodes, and then I started again because I was in Houston. So I put my family in Houston on it, and I watched it again, the first 2 episodes with them, and I started catching stuff that I had completely missed. I was like, "Oh snap! Okay, okay." So then I started watching it, and it got better and better each episode.
Yeah, it did. I'm excited for season 2 already.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you've been in quarantine
Yeah.
earlier when everything basically shut all the way down. Couldn't go nowhere but the grocery store. Um, so I want to know, was your quarantine with a boo? Was your quarantine and chilling?
Hell no. Shit. Hell no, I wasn't quarantining with no boo. It was no, no, ma'am. Hey man, as much as you like somebody, or as much as you trust somebody or whatever, you don't know what folks doing when they're not around you. Who they around, they can be responsible and just slip up one time and
quarantine the whole before stuff started opening up, they was quarantined the whole time together. We
yeah, but they all divorced now. Just no, I'm joking. But no, I didn't quarantine with nobody. I did what I was supposed to do. Because this virus is serious. This virus is scary. So when you like put it in terms of like a TV show or a movie, if there's a deadly virus that's going around and it's killing people and it has the potential to kill anybody, and you don't really know exactly how you contract it. Because remember, in the first couple months, 2-3 months, we didn't know how you contract it.
Right.
We didn't know if it was airborne, if it was, through touch or so. If there's a deadly virus that is going around, you know, you kind of would be good with just staying your ass in the house by yourself. So that's what I did.
Well, okay. So does that mean you're single? That mean if you must be single if you was quarantined by yourself.
Yeah, I'm single, but I don't know. I might have been quarantined by myself even if I wasn't single. I might would have told her,
Oh
"Hey, listen." No,
no.
I'm joking. But yeah, definitely single, and yeah.
The ladies, even though you play the bad guy in the movie, they might want you after this movie come out. You know what I'm saying? They might be looking at you. Might get
It's crazy. It's crazy because, but yes, we're gonna speak that into existence. I want the ladies to want me, even though I'm a bad guy, because at the end of the day, what woman don't like
the bad guy?
The bad guy, the bad boy. But it's crazy because after True One came out, I would get people in my DMs, and I would get people. I would go like on Instagram Live and stuff, and people would always say, "Oh, I couldn't stand you. I hated you so much." Oh, but you was so fine in that movie. Though. Oh, I'd be like, "I'll take that. You hate me, but I was looking fine in the movie. I'll take it." Yeah.
But do you slide in the DM?
No, I'm not a DM slider. I'm not a DM slider. My thing is, for me, there's a certain level of sleaziness that's attached to dudes that slide in chicks DMs. No matter how respectfully you do it, no matter if she's single, if you not, if you single and she's single, or I don't know, just something that's kind of sleazy about, secretively sliding in the deep. Now, what I have done before is, because I don't want to give the wrong impression, especially off top. What I have done before is I'll drop a little flirtation, on your page in your comments.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So um, there's something to say about a man who will flirt with your ass in public, who ain't trying to be secretively flirting.
Those guys are not, they gonna slide in DM. They're not even gonna leave the comment. They're gonna comment in the DM.
Yeah, I'll leave the comment, let you know. And then if there's some acknowledgement, or some hard eyes or some, then maybe the conversation can continue. But I'm not just, huh?
I said, so then she respond back in the comment, then you slide in the DM.
Maybe, maybe, but sometimes, I'm the type of man. Sometimes I'll just give you a compliment, just to let you know, hey queen, you looking good today. I don't want nothing from you. I'm not trying to necessarily holler at you. I do it in person too. I'm out and about. I'll buy a woman a drink and walk away. I'll give a woman a compliment and say, "Well, you have a good day." You ain't always got to try to holler. You ain't always got to holler.
Why do guys buy drinks and then walk away?
Because y'all got to make up y'all mind. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all listen. Let me explain. Y'all clown us all the time about buying a drink and hovering.
Uh-huh.
Y'all clown us all the time. A man buy you a drink and then he feel like you owe him some conversation. You got to oblige him, and he's sitting around all day. Sometimes as a man, you buy the drink and say, "Hey, have a good day." If a woman wants you to stick around, she'll let you know she wants you to stick around. Then you stick around. But as a man, you shouldn't feel like you're that woman is obligated just because you bought her a drink. A man should buy a woman a drink. Buy that drink and walk away. You're gonna see that woman again later that evening. If that woman looks at you and she gives you a smile, then you go and you engage in conversation.
See, I'll do a smile, but I don't know, like, I'm just not that bold to even say something like, "Why you leaving?" type thing. Because then I'm thinking like, well, why you buy a drink and just walk away?
There's an unspoken chemistry when two people are engaged in interests. It can be something as slight as, a smile. It can be, a little bit more. But if that man is interested in that woman beyond just buying your drink, then he'll look for those cues. He'll pick up on those cues. And if it's meant to be, shit, it'll be. If not, then you just got you a nice free drink.
Well, thank you for speaking with me. I think I learned about you a whole lot.
I think so too. I done told you a whole lot.
Well, thank you for speaking with me. I'm going to finish the movie as soon as we get off here.
Yes, thank you.
And then
Finish
after
the
I
movie.
finish the movie, I might comment on your page and tell you about yourself after I finish.
I can take it. But I will say, my favorite part about True to the Game 2, which drops November 6th in theaters everywhere across the country. My favorite thing about it was what you alluded to earlier. I got to kind of got to
Boss up.
be Jerell. I got to be Jerell pretending to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it was me playing the character who was playing the character. Woo, bars.
And you just leveled up, even though you was real shiesty, but you did level up on here. Yeah. And I saw in this one, I saw a lot of more faces so far in this movie, like from Vivica and what's her name? I don't even
Vivica was in the first one.
I don't remember. Vivica was in the first one. God, she was in the first.
Yo, you tripping.
She was in the first one. I love Vivica Fox. I love Vivica Fox because she's so, like, she could bring it hood. She could do classy. Like, I love me some Vivica Fox. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Vivica, I saw Waka Flocka. I saw Bernice. Yeah. What's her name? She from Empire. I forget her name. Breezy.
Oh yeah, Breezy. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. Then the other Jeremy Meeks is kind of like your right hand man on their little mama. So I was like, okay.
So the thing about it is, most of the people you just mentioned they're sprinkled in. Mm-hmm. They have supporting roles. Mm-hmm. But the cast from the first film is the main core. So Ayanna Haley, who played Gena's little cousin, she's back in it. Erica Peeples, who plays Gena, is back in it. Vivica Fox is back in it. Gaget is back in it, the grandmother from the first one. So the core people, this story is still about those core people. Mm-hmm. Now, the other people, some of the people that you just mentioned, are supporting cast. And Jeremy Meeks is added. You're right. Jeremy has been added as my right hand man because they took out my right hand man in the first one. So he's my guy in the second film, and he did a phenomenal job, especially for it being his first acting job. Mm-hmm. He did a really good job. But I want to encourage people, man, to really go check out this film because there were complaints about the first film. Most of the complaints were that it was so far away from the book. You know, people like, it wasn't nothing like the book. I ain't like it because it wasn't like the book. The book take place in the 80s and this took place modern day. I don't like that. It wasn't like the book. I get it. But it's almost impossible to make a film adaptation that's exactly like the book. The book, you got 250, 300 pages to bring stuff to life. Well, in a movie, you got 90 pages.
Right.
So you can't tell a 4-hour story, you know, on film and that be one movie. That's a trilogy. That's 3 different movies. But then you got the other 3 books, the other 2 books. So for this second movie, we kind of streamlined things and smoothed them out. The storyline is much more fluid. The art director, the AD in the movie was had a more crisp, clearer vision. It looks aesthetically beautiful. The acting is phenomenal. The storyline is dope. It's, in my opinion, it's, you know, and this is not a slight to the first film that we did because I'm proud of the first film we did, but the objective is growth. You're supposed to get better every movie you did, and that's on Manny Haley's behalf because that was his first movie he had ever done. So there's a lot of things he didn't know, you know. So there's a lot of things, a
cameo as well.
Oh yeah, he did make a cameo, but man, that was his first film, and kudos to him for jumping in head first. But he learned from his mistakes, and that allowed True to the Game 2 to be leaps and bounds better than the first film was.
Yeah, because I think when I heard True to the Game was having a second one, I was like, I didn't even expect them to have a second one. So I was kind of surprised, but I was like, oh, I want to watch it. And I told my friend I was interviewing you for it. So she watched the first one last night, and she was like, when the second one comes out, I actually want to see the second one.
Good, yeah. Yeah, you know, it's hit or miss. You know, half the people were like, yo, that's my shit. Like I really mess with it. And the other half people were like, oh man, it wasn't like the book. I was such a big fan of the books, you know.
I read the book.
So hence you were okay with the first movie. Yeah. People who were fans of the book, those were the people mainly who were like, nah, it wasn't my cup of tea because it wasn't exactly like the book.
And I think that's with any movie that has books, and if it's not like the book, people are always going to complain that it's not like the book.
Yeah, think about 50 Shades of Grey when it first came out. People hated it. Like, nah, this nothing like the books. The books had me crossing my leg and biting my lip, and like the movie wasn't like that. You know, it'd be like that.
Yeah. I think people probably that's never seen the book. I mean, never read the book. They don't have a pre-motion of what the movie is going to be about. They're either going to watch the trailer or just watch the movie, and that's all they're going to think about is what they see.
Yeah, I agree.
So I appreciate you for speaking with me, and
Thank you.
Finish True to the Game 2.
Yep.
And what day it come out again?
Comes out a week from today. So Friday, November 6th.
Okay. Oh, so what platforms will it be on? All platforms? Because you know a lot of movie theaters are still not open.
Yeah. That's the tricky thing. So it is going to be exclusively in theaters initially, and then it will be available for on demand like the on-demand platforms, whether it be Prime or video on demand or whatever, before the year is over.
Well, thank you so much, and we will be tuned in.
All right, I appreciate your time.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.